Chapter 39. The Ancient Mansion Bunker. This is the second shift. 9-5 Islands, Great Cheng Kingdom, in the middle of a mountain forest. Rumble. Don't come over. None of my business. A series of thrashing and screams rang out, but it soon stopped. Dozens of cultivators, bound up, were brought before Gu Hai. Chen Chanshan's face was incomparably ugly. My lord, do you still remember the Chen Song War back then? The cause of the war at that time was because of the discovery of this spirit stone mine. Only then did the two clans agree to decide with a match between two mortal kingdoms. In the end, your lordship's plan to exterminate the Song helped us to win a great victory. And in the end, this inferior spirit stone mine belonged to me, King Sect. These are Song Armor Sect disciples. Gu Hai's eyes narrowed slightly as he looked at the dozens of Song Armor Sect disciples who were bound up in front of him. Say, what happened to my Clear River Sect? How come you guys are guarding this spirit stone mine? Chen Chanshan stepped forward and glared. We don't know. It was ordered by the Patriarch. A group of Songa Sect disciples immediately said. Patriarch Songjia. Sheng. Chen Chanshan's face changed. Where are the original Clear River Sect disciples who stayed here? Gao Xianzi asked in a deep voice. No, not since we came. That Songjia Sect disciple immediately shouted. The eyes of the crowd glared, and a group of villains immediately stepped forward to torture them severely. However, there was still no result. My lord, something might have happened to the King Sect. Chen Chanshan wore an ugly expression. Chen Chanshan, you take the Earth Ministry to King Sect and investigate the situation. I'll go home right away. If there's anything, look for me at the ancient mansion, Gu Hai commanded. Yes, thank you, Your Excellency, Chen Chanshan said gratefully. No need to thank me. Sect Master King also helped me a lot back then. This group of Songjia Sect disciples, you take them with you, Gu Hai commanded. Yes, Chen Chanshan answered. Hundreds of people from the Earth Ministry, under Chen Chanshan's command, took a group of Song Armor Sect disciples and quickly scurried towards the mountains and forests. Gu Hai, however, came to this spirit stone mine. There was a cave here. On the walls of the cave, traces of being chiseled could be seen, and a single lower grade spirit stone was as if it was embedded in the mountain wall. My lord, this is the lowest grade spirit stone mine, and also the most troublesome spirit stone mine. It needs to be slowly and finely chiseled to take out the spirit stones, otherwise, the force would be too great. Not only would the mountain crumble, even these spirit stones would crumble, and the crumbling spirit stones would not be worth anything, Scar explained. Check the spirit stones chiseled around and take them away. You guys wait for me outside the cave, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes. The crowd quickly packed up the four directions of spirit stones now. Gu Hai, however, probed his hand to his chest and slowly pulled out the Absolute Life Blade. Who are you? The moment the Absolute Life Blade came out, a black aura filled the air. 4 spirit stones. Can you swallow aura as well? Try it. Gu Hai took a deep breath and said. Bed Jin. A blade was thrust into the mountain. Whew. Steeply, rolling black gas emerged from the Absolute Life Blade and drilled straight inside the mountain wall. Shoo, shoo, shoo. The black chi grew more and more, continuously surging into one of the spirit stones in the mountain. Ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka. At that instant, one of the spirit stones set in the mountain body suddenly turned into pieces. The rolling spiritual energy went straight to the Absolute Life Blade. It didn't take long before the black aura slowly burrowed back into the Absolute Life Blade. It was obvious that the spiritual energy of all the spirit stones had been devoured. Click, 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 click. All of the spirit stones in the mountain turned into pieces, instantly causing the mountain to loosen up. Bear Yin. Pulling out the bone blade, a strong force went straight to Gu Hai's body. Buzz. Gu Hai's body trembled slightly around him. His cultivation did not break through. This spirit stone is too little. isn't it? Gu Hai sighed slightly. A spirit stone mine with 1,000th of a spirit stone wasn't enough for one to break through. One level. Shoo. Gu Hai withdrew the absolute life blade back into his body. Slowly, Gu Hai walked out of the cave. Cross rub. The moment Gu Hai stepped out of the cave, the mountain, which had lost the support of the spirit stones, collapsed down. The surrounding group of villains revealed a look of surprise. Let's go. There is one of my horse farms in the town in front of us. We'll be able to reach my house in 3 days at most if we ride again, Gu Hai commanded. Yes. The crowd looked at the collapsed mountain, then followed Gu Hai and quickly left. Tiger Dungeon Pass, Ancient Mansion. Gu Hai hadn't returned yet, but news of the Dafeng Ang had traveled over. For a moment, the group of cultivators who were waiting for the rabbits here were stunned with their mouths open. You're joking, right? He, Gu Hai, has subdued 3,000 evil people. What did you say? Gu Hai annihilated the Dafeng Ang. Impossible. The Heavenly Sword Life and Death Bureau. The 28 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal formations. How could they be set up on the 9 and 5 islands? Gu Hai forced the Yuanying realm to not dare approach. You're lying. Damn, you think I'm stupid. 20,000 cultivators. Killed by Gu Hai just by saying so. For a while, countless cultivators were on edge, and their original confidence seemed to have been slowly eroded when the tragedy of the Dafeng Ang came. No one believed it at first. How could something be possible? Everyone here had poked around and found out that half a year ago, Gu Hai was still a Haoshan realm cultivator. How could he be that capable? However, this was not said by one cultivator who came here, but by many cultivators, some of whom were their closest friends, so there was no need to lie to them. Gu Hai destroyed the Dafeng Ang. Gu Hai defeated Yuanying realm. Gu Hai killed 20,000 cultivators. Gu Hai also had 3,000 evil subordinates. One by one, the news left many people confused. Are we waiting for a rabbit in a tree? But what we bumped back and hit the tree wasn't a rabbit, it was a tiger. Capture Gu Hai and seize the 100 longevity peach. But we have to have the life to do that. This Gu Hai is a murderer. More than 20,000 people. Killed in the blink of an eye. Some people have already started to retreat. Some others, however, were red-eyed. My righteous brother died in the Heavenly Sword Life and Death Bureau. I want to avenge my righteous brother. My sect master's brother also died in the Grand Formation. Gu Hai, you killed my senior brother. I'll kill your son. Countless cultivators were on fire, but Gu Hai's killing was too ferocious, making the crowd of fiery cultivators not quite daring to risk their lives in general for a while. Just because they wanted to grab Gu Hai's peach, Gu Hai killed 20,000 cultivators. If they were to capture Gu Hai's son, would they attract Gu Hai's boundless revenge? 20,000 cultivators, that's a lot of corpses. The pile was as high as a mountain. The crowd had a chill when they thought about it. Expectations for the ancient sea also slowly turned into fear. The atmosphere in the 4 directions of the ancient mansion became weird. Those who wanted to take revenge were also a bit hesitant, as if waiting for someone to call out and then attack in a group. The color of the moon poured into the ancient mansion. At this moment, the ancient mansion had already expanded countless times, and the buildings were also countless, among which the most special construction was a circular building that looked like a city tower. Gu Qin and Gu Han were currently standing on top of the city tower, blowing the night breeze and looking into the distance. Around the city tower, there was an extremely open area with a large number of plants and trees. Gu Qin, Gu Han, two brothers holding the railing, looking at the 4 directions, listening to the subordinates behind them report the news from the 4 directions. Good, righteous father is coming back, killed 20,000 cultivators. The people guarding the outside of my ancient mansion are going to be scared out of their wits at this moment, right? Gu Han laughed out loud. Gu Qin also said happily, Righteous Father is back, and he is also returning with 3,000 evil people. This group of curmudgeons waiting for rabbits is going to be defeated. However, Big Brother, there are some people out there who are stupid. Guhan frowned. Righteous Father's message came. I think Righteous Father is also coming back soon. Don't worry too much. We just need to guard for a small period of time on the line. Besides, this place we are in now. But in accordance with Righteous Father's method of construction of the giant bunker is not something that they can trespass on. Gukin looked outside and said in a deep voice. Guhan nodded and laughed. Why don't we also learn from Righteous Father and hang a sign outside? Also good, trespassers die. Gukin laughed. Early the next morning, ancient house around the cultivators have woken up, surprised to look at the direction of the ancient house bunker. But it was the front of the bunker. I don't know when a sign was hung. The ancient mansion has been set up. Those who trespass the big formation die. Looking at the sign, nearly all the cultivators were stunned for a moment. What kind of joke is this? A great formation. You think the Great Abundance Gang's 28 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal grand formation? That's something only Guhai can put up. That's something you learnt by going to the heavenly remnant realm. It's impossible for the ancient mansion to have it. There's no mist at all. Clear all around. How could there be a great formation? Many cultivators do not believe. No. Should be unable to believe. You can be a little more fake. We can see clearly. Where is the fog? Where is the big formation? However, even so, many cultivators do not dare to risk their lives. After all, the story of the Dafeng Ang is too scary. 20,000 people. Not a single one left, all butchered. Was there really a great formation? Some cultivators who wanted to take revenge were even more hesitant. That was until a group of 100 white-clothed cultivators came from the distance. Songama sect disciples. Why are they here too? Someone was surprised. However, they saw a Songama sect disciple at the head, coldly looking at the ancient mansion in front of them. A cultivator quickly leapt out from the crowd, as if he had been waiting here for a long time. Stepping forward, he respectfully said, Uncle Bai, why have you come? Where are Gu Qin and Gu Han? The white-clothed cultivator at the head said in a deep voice. Huh. Patriarch has ordered to take down Gu Hai's two righteous sons, Gu Qin and Gu Han, Uncle White said in a cold voice. Uncle Bai. Disciple has been guarding this place 3 months ago and has been paying attention. Gu Qin and Gu Han are inside that strange city building. However, there is a sign hanging outside the city building. It seems to be dangerous, the man said carefully. Said group of people came outside the bunker area. Around them, many curious gazes of the cultivators turned over. Songama sect disciples. They came to capture Gu Qin and Gu Han. Death to those who trespass the big formation. Ha 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 ha. Joke. A group of people who are not even at the innate realm want to intimidate us with this. Uncle Bai said in a cold voice. No, Uncle Bai. I heard that the Dafeng Gang, Gu Hai also hung this sign at that time, the man said with some concern. Uncle Bai's eyelids fluttered furiously. He had naturally heard about the Great Abundance Gang, and it was because of the news of the Great Abundance Gang that the Patriarch had sent himself to capture Gu Hai's son. However, how could there be any formations in front of him as far as the eye could see? Joke. Where is the big formation? Intimidating us. Even if Gu Hai intimidates, how dare these two little brats? Uncle Bai let out a cold snort, disbelievingly gathering a group of Songjia sect disciples, preparing to break into the bunker. Above the bunker, Gu Qin and Gu Han had also received the news, and were currently standing on top of the city tower, their eyes slightly narrowed as they looked at the group of people coaxing in the distance. Big brother, they're going to try their luck, Gu Han said in a deep voice. Come if you can. A coldness flashed through Gu Qin's eyes.